Hey, thanks for joining me. Travis from the Knife Joker. Today coming at you with, well, a new Spyderco. New version of an already existing Spyderco. That Subvert plain edge carbon fiber sprint run. This one made in Taiwan. Coming in that Spyderco pouch. Let's check it out. Just opening this one for the first time. Got that Spyderco paperwork. And yeah, limited edition sprint run Subvert. Let's check this thing out. Of course, it's the big boy. These aren't cheap. They aren't cheap knives. And yeah, we have the original Subvert here, which when you compare the two, well, this is just a tad bit more money. I think like $20 more or something like that. Check out this big boy Subvert. It's a big knife. Yeah, I call it the big boy because it's a big knife, and you can see just opened it. See a little bit of extra oil here and there on the blade. Also see those grinds out of Taichung, Taiwan. And I think hopefully you can. My focus is working right. Hopefully you could see those lines on that carbon fiber. So pretty much just like the original. If you could see those lines on the G10, those are harder to see. Yeah, texturing. It's contoured carbon fiber for sure, but it's also got that texturing to it on it. So no, not smooth. Possibly was expecting smooth. And then also sprint run coming in 20 CV. So yeah, a lot of times they do those sprint runs in S90V and carbon fiber. But this one, yeah, 20 CV carbon fiber. And of course, the titanium, just like the original Subvert. All that dark stonewashed titanium. Same thing there on the pivot. So the only real difference between these being the scales and well, the blade steel. But man, such a very slight difference in price, really, when you compare the two. And well, we used to call this the thumb chopper, and you can see why. That blade coming down on your thumb. Of course, you have that thumbnail, thank goodness. Beefy knives, if you haven't seen one before, and if you have, well, you're just checking out the difference in the two. You see the little bit of pocketing there inside the titanium to lighten it up a little bit. It is probably a heavy knife. Let's check it out. But heavy compared to the size? No, not really. I don't think it's heavy for the size. Let's see how much these are. Almost 6 ounces. And then the G10 one being, oh, just a hair over 6 ounces. So yeah, you're saving about a 1/4 ounce out of 6, if you can feel that. It's very minimal in just comparing between the two here, holding it. But yeah, what look are you looking for? And if you're looking for something more than S30V, well, you finally have it here in the sprint run Subvert. Of course, let's bring out the tape measure and show, yeah, they're not small knives. About a little over 9 inches. Well, about 9 inches in total. That blade length, gee, about 4 1/4 inches or so. Well, I have to look it up, the specs. Just eyeballing it, looks like 4 1/4 to me. And then the blade, I mean the edge length, it's funny. The blade length usually measured from here to here. A lot of times that edge length is even less than the blade length because of the choil and so forth. With that big old belly, I don't know. I better look at the specs. It would be weird if the edge length was longer than the blade length. Yeah, that sounds weird. But it's almost true with that huge belly there. Yeah, maybe the edge length is longer than the blade length, if that's even possible. Oh man, I do like the look of that. Gray and black carbon fiber. Of course, I'm wearing gray and black today. We just go right into the pocket. Set them out side by side here. Get another side by side. Maybe put a, well, the PM2 up against it. Put the PM2 right there. It's a deceivement on that angle. How one's smaller than the other. Put them like this. The smaller one in the back, you know, at that angle, it looks a lot smaller. I'll bring up one other side by side. Oser F22. Show how much bigger the Subvert is than the F22. Oh man, it looks way. Let's switch them just for grins on camera. See, it doesn't look quite as dramatic that way, but it is. Man, that's a lot bigger of a knife. And the Subvert, not only big in the belly, but it's wide in the back. Of course, when you're using this knife, oh, a big knife is always great to eat when you're cutting. Another thing we used to call that was the bulging box. Of course, well, the Subvert used to come in the regular box, like, well, here's a Spyderco box. And you shove that Subvert in there. Just for grins, just for... And yeah, well, they used to come like that, the bulging box. And then, of course, now they have these newer, thicker boxes, see, like Subvert box. Fits right in there easily. And they're using these on the new Stoke too, these thicker Spyderco boxes, which I can't remember them existing before. So yeah, maybe they got these now for a couple models. Subvert, the Stoke, and now box not bulging. Although Sprint Run, well, you get a $20 pouch. So I don't know how you could not, you know, if you want a Subvert, not upgrade to the carbon fiber with the S20V and basically for free, because you get the $20 pouch there. So instead of the box. Well, that's a good overview, and I hope you enjoy looking at it. Thanks for joining me. Once again, hit like, hit subscribe. Leave a comment down below. We'll see you on the next one.